Nando, how was like Coach, happy birthday, mi mando que le estoy. When are we starting this program? Yeah. Yes. Find it first.
Tell her she's her always.
Our deepest apologies. Hi. only been by Hakhel.
Yeah, your wires are good. There's another tier over here. Covering the
Special wires. You got a hard time with that, right? Tell me about it.
So who take it? He put it on your dog. There.
Bruchim Abayim, to the second monthly Kiddos Hakhel for all the American welcomers and veterans. Unfortunately, the video did not yet work. Hopefully, it will go on soon. But we're going to start with.
Ad alle Kern mit einem Gewinn in Jerusalem haben genommen, tatsächlich schon so, und mit den Stammen und den Gedonnen und den Prozess in verschiedenen mechanischen Verhältnissen von Jerusalem, wo Jutekin und Lerin, Jutekin, ab Machten seiner, das Lerin von Hakhel. Wir hatten die Karte, das Gewinn umgenommen. Und die König und das getan, bis Land aber getroffen Hakhel, was hat nicht gehalten, die Chassese schon so, und auf dem Spekei und Maria Vetekeia hat man gleich gesagt, als dem Scheinat Hakhel. Wo war ja, bis nicht Hakhel und Maria Vetekeia, aber mir gehe zu Hakhel, und das, was kommt zu, der einzige Nacht, wenn wir Studien wenn in schon Hakhel, weil beschafft sich wenn drum gerät vor der Nacht oder in der Früh oder in den Jungen Schlifnisse oder die Sonne teilen, was will man von dem tun und wird kalt, und wird warm. So ist der vielleicht mit dem, wo die kleine Semme, mit welcher der Geist herum und stühlen. Und ich habe es schon, der tut es nicht. In dem Schein Hakhel. Eine von diesen, was da war, ist, am Schaße, wo die Finnen nach Sehne, was werden bei sich verschreiben, und das Pake Berlin hatte, hat Pläne beim Pläne, und was sie genommen, als Ritonen in Namen von Hakhel, und Matei, also lechet mäßig sein, in der a Möglichkeit, wir soll kommen mit einer noch in Verbindung und a Schutz vernehmen die Zeit, a Finioni, was wir können das wissen müssen, a bessere Sache und a nötige Sache. Wenn wir gehen in alleine hin mit was wir sagen, wissen, wo der Punitzer ist, ist gedei, jeder soll reintragen, a Karten. welches es sein angeschrieben, schneewische Mime oder schmowische Mime. Und zusammen der Lied, was sie kommen mit ihm in Verbindung, Kedea soll mehr haben, oder Kedea soll kommen mit dir sein, aber das ist er gesagt, danach hilft sie um seiner Seele, was soll mal massiv sein. Soll nicht mit sie das durchreden, aber wie bald im Gott jedem Telefon, sie geht ihre Schuss, a Tam bachedisch, במשך בשנת Hakhel, die 12 Kadoshim, soll der Mensch, was hat die Kapseln, das habe ich gesagt, zahlt man Geld. Ich nehme so noch ein bisschen Geld, der soll anklingen, Pan, Bachedisch, Lechol, Echet, Wachas. Und die, was haben angegeben, die Kapseln, und Plektor und der Monnen, a jeder Chedisch, was sich alles Chedisch bechotsche, und sie kidai, aber chol apoches, Pan, Bachedisch, soll echt sein Apjula של Hakhel, כי מדובר לעיל, הכל השוני, Hakhel רוח נזמני הוא, על כל פונים אחס בחדש, פעם בחדש, במשך כל שנת Hakhel.
Yeah.
So,
Rabba. That's the arm.
We have here with us a few of the Chashvan Holo members of the yeshiva. One of them who spent a few years working in the yeshiva, many years learning in the yeshiva as a bacher, and is moving on to bigger, better, whatever. A different avodas shlichus, and this is one of his last opportunities to be with the Bachim 770. Baruch Hashem spent a lot of time with the Bachim, afternoon, Chulu, and official tasting of Shalom for Rabbi Reitchik, and share with us a few words to open up the beautiful Hakhel event here today. When's next time we can have someone go on?
Shkoyach. God, I'm not coming anymore in the afternoon. Those who are getting ready to go out and cut it. Yeah, as we see tonight. The first Shabbos after the Shedish Kislev Ches, what Shabbos told us. We heard from Rabbi Gerari in Detroit, the Mashpia in Detroit, that he was a chassan. That Shabbos, he got a Aliyah Ufuf. the Rebbe davened upstairs to the Zal. And so it was, not everyone was able to go in, however they ran it, a girdle. Certain people were able to come. He was the chassan who was able to be there. So he got Aliyah, and I believe instead of Shvi, it was close to the Rebbe by the Haftarah. The Rebbe cried by the Haftarah, which happens often. So on that week, Shabbos right after the Shchidush Kislev, so the pasuk in the Haftarah was V'orur Neichel. Yes, v'edrei zocher v'neider v'ziveach moshkos l'Hashem. So ever cried by this pasuk. This pasuk means v'orur neichel. The Rambam brings this pasuk. Maybe you're familiar with it from Rambam. The Rambam in Hilchos Yisurim Mizbeach brings this pasuk that when we bring a carbon to the Eibishter, we shouldn't bring a carbon that's not. Even if it's not a balmum, but a shvache behema. Brings this pasuk for order neichel. Order neichel is like the Ramai. Yesh b'edrei zocher means he has a zocher. Zocher is a feste behema, a starke behema. Shlomo always says romantiskiru, a starke. He has a feste behema, v'noider v'zeveach. But what's his neder? What does he shech for the Eibishter? Moshchas. Moshchas is a behemoth that's bones and skin, Moshchas. Agam, it's maybe not a balmum, but it's avad nishki mehude. He has good fat behemoth, and what's he giving the Eibishter Moshchas? So what's the now, we speak about carbonas, but for us, now, what do we give the Eibishter? Everyone has what they give the Eibishter. Means a bacher could be a bacher that comes to say there, and he learns, he keeps this darim, everything's good, his checklist is fine, he brings the carbon, you can't show on the thing, something's wrong. But the shaila is, wo gitte sein chela, wo gitte sein zoche. Yeah, the pasuk says that it's darf sein kol chela v'avayah. We have to give the Eibishter the fat, the chayis, the dam, and the chayil of one on the mizbeach. We have to give the Eibishter our geschmackais, our chayis. Limit hatera, kima mitzvahs, averisat tefillah, miftzoyim. There's where the bach is geschmack, the bach is chayis. Has to be in these things. Agam, avada, says Reishis Haveda Vikar B'Shorsho, it's Kabbalah sale. Obviously the side of everything is Kabbalah sale. We can't stop and just do the Kabbalah sale. Can't be just, okay, Metut for Sbeheis, not Kabbalah sale. There has to be a chayis there. And this is something that in 770 I think, for a 770 Bacher, in a certain sense, you can develop this even more. I'll explain this a little bit. The Rebbe, famous Sicha Purim, the Rebbe spoke. It's because the Rebbe. Famous the Rebbe. People have certain kishroinis. You have to use those things out for the Eibishter. Yeah? So that's right. The Rebbe spoke in a more broader term. Kishron in writing, the Rebbe spoke in a broader term. Let's make it push it in. You have Bachrim, they excel in certain points, let's say. They have a certain geschmack in learning. Let's say one Bachrim more in Iyun, one Bachrim in Girsa, one Bachrim in Nikla, one Bachrim in Chassidus. Partifna in Chassidus, then he's B'Shufi, goes through Sheikhim, he's in Averisat Tefillah, in Tanya Balpeh, in Anigin, in Mifzoyim, release time. Bachar Zainin. So a bacher has a geschmack in a certain Indian. A bacher has to take that and live it. Kol kula. He has to let himself get fully involved in it. So this ability, I think a bacher has a lot more in 770. Let's say a bacher has a geschmack in Yomar L'Yuna, yeah? And it doesn't, even if it's not a Bachar specifically has Geshmak, but there's a certain sugya that speaks to him. Regularly in yeshiva, learning a sugya, out again. Learn Malay that sugya, and let's say you're getting involved, but the Magachir goes weiter already, telling the class, we're moving weiter. Baruch Tzemni has that opportunity, that ability to sit on it. No one's making a move. He likes it. We'll sit on it another week. He learned to do it, and he doesn't see what the. In a regular yeshiva ketzan the Magachir is sitting on it for another week. Yeah, whatever. He learned it through. Held it. Can I get invited? You're not movable, so to say, so much in this sense, in the Seder Advarim of food, the Halti Yeshiva, welche Hemmschicht zu lernen. A Bacher hat a Geschmack of gewisse Hemmschicht, can learn the Hemmschicht. It's not movable in a certain, there is the Shiurim in Yeshiva that you could join, but a Bacher hat a Geschmack of gewisse Hemmschicht. Okay. And a Bacher was davened. When I was in 770, everyone knew you need Rishus to daven later tonight. Weiß nicht jetzt, Mashkiach, weiß nicht. We went to Kuti, he wasn't working. You could see him worked in England. No problem, you need Rishus. Shleimer Chazes, the Rebbe, right, that once Shpiyim asked the Rebbe about learning, about davening into Nigla. Yeah, what Baruch Mustafa heard this from Shleimer. And what did the Rebbe say? That the Rebbe Rashab writes in Torah Sholem that the Hagbalah from Seder is for a regular Bacher. But a Pnimi Honish der Hagbalah. So what did the Rebbe answer? The Rebbe didn't take it like, so Pnimi goes. The Rebbe said, "Wie oft haben bei Pnimi?" He says, what did the Rebbe say? That once a week that the Baruch davens and help by them, yeah, he could daven into the right. That was the answer. Shlomo says this in Fabrengen. So he says a Bacher in 770 a Bacher has that koyach to ligin. See, we're already older Bachrim, but it's time. We're not just following a seder. Kabbalah Seder is very important, and you have to have Kabbalah Seder. It's not just to run your own Seder. It's not Shabbat Kum 770, you can run your own Seder. But it's not enough just to have the Seder and we're following the Seder. A Bacher already is developed, should be developed, and that's unable 11. Unable 11, and every Bacher can find who left it. Every Bacher can find who left it. Nazazach. Und der Ingen darf der Bacher nehmen, durch und durch. A ganze Tag darf sein, durch und durch. Aber man darf Leben adavenem, Leben asugin, Leben am Maimach Sidis, Leben dem Ifzoim. L'chaim.
Hi.
Don't want to repeat of last month?
Hurts. Get away from my wires.
Clarification, this is not the taste from the Shalom Rebbe Reichik. There will be a later opportunity before he actually leaves. He'll bring for the Bachrim. And this nothing to Now I'd like to call up our guest speaker, made it all the way here from Montreal to be with us for this Hakhel event. Two other Hakhel events this week also, but big for this one. School Russian Yeshiva in Montreal. The sure few words of the Bachman.
Speech kind of thing. In English, right?
It's an English event, about 2 people.
There are points that I think are very important to discuss. The Hakhel out there talking about that. It's a Hakhel. I was there to speak about a Hakhel. The Rebbe stays then in the Hakhel. The Rebbe stays in the Hakhel, not Lemon Hakhel. The Rebbe also said there's a Hakhel how speak to the Taf, speak to the Klal Yisrael. There's also a personal Hakhel in yourself. Everybody should make his own personal Hakhel. Make your own Hakhel for yourself. Be successful and be mashpia on other people, that the words should, oil them, that they should Yishvul, Yimadu, Yavuz Hashem. So I have really two important things I want to speak about. I don't know if the times will be sometime when I first thing, I think it's important to really live what happened by Hakhel. Let's try to figure out what happened. And all of us are learning it. Go back to the Rambam. First of all, let's make a statement. Hakhel happened, might be first night Chol HaMoed, or maybe in the morning. Motzei Yom Tov, question of Mamish Motzei. Sukkis, the Rambam said, what? So the Rambam, Motzei Hakhel, this one's supposed to be Hakhel. Might have been at night, it could be the next day in the morning. There are different shit. What happened?
I'm trying to make it work now.
The Poyo, this was Simchas Beis HaSheyeva. Everybody's going crazy and dancing and then tanzt the ganze Nacht, the ganze Tag. And mitten kommt zu gehen, der macht der Hakhel. You have to know that. That's what happened. And that's going to answer a lot of things here in the Rambam. First, the Rebbe said, first the question, calling everybody together, wisdom chitze. Anybody say about a chitze? No, we're Jewish. We're Noshim, with Tav, wisdom chitze. The Rebbe says, Pashtus, this was Beis HaSheyeva, they made a mechitza. It says he made a mechitza. It sounds like you only made a mechitza over there in the Azara, but there's so many people there, so they must have taken care outside also. They didn't just make it inside for those people. So there was a mechitza. The second thing is, let's go on what's happening. Geirim Shneina Makirim, Geirim, newcomers. Sounds like it really means Geirim, as a language shot. Shneina Makirim, that they can't learn Torah and say what's going on. What happened? The Melech was like he said Torah. The Melech's taking us a Torah and reading Mishnah Torah. And these people don't understand Hebrew. Some folks, they don't understand the delicate words, whatever. So what should they do? These gay chayavim, hochim liva, lahakshim ozdom, stack, and hochim liva hachon, and lahakshim ozdom with the ears, they have to hear. The shmoya, the eime, the yire, the gile beroda. Where kommt da rein gile beroda? Eime, yire, roda, that's Gile, a Yire. Gile, we put around Gile, Gile, but what's the time away? It's a portion, it's a shame, everybody's dancing. These guys, gay, they can't, you don't understand anybody, then go back out, let's go dance. So, you take it easy, alle stehen zusammen. Gile, Beroda, they see this in Rosh Hashanah, Kimamorim. There always has to be, even Rosh Hashanah is supposed to be Simcha. The Gila Beroda, the Golo is on the Beroda, the Gila, the Simcha should be Bepnimis. Now is not the time, holding, now is a different Avodah. It's Takev, Simchas Beis HaSheyeva, and with the Freien, it's the Chayim Kippur, it's the Sukkis, and the Pasena. Everybody comes together, everybody will become bonus, it exists in Fabrik, ganze Texte. I'm sure they have 11 edition. Any Sholosh Regolim, but like this time, Klal Yisrael came together and sitzt und verbringt und es gewonnen ist Stop. You have to have eine Ire and the Gehoda and the Gila should be quiet. Kayoim should not by Vesinai. That the state is such a Yire like how Eden war in the day of Matan Torah, when it says, Vayechat kol ha-Moshe v'amachne, Vayenuah, Yam Nemuach, Gary was scared. Why was he scared? Well, not this scared. He wasn't scared that was going to shoot them. This is not a scare Yira Sa'oinish. The different levels of Yira, Yira Boishes, Yira Sa'oinish, Chlal, you have to understand. What happened over here? Beis HaMikdash is a din in the Echos Beis HaPchira, there's a mitzvah to have Moira Mikdash. Beis HaMikdash alone gives a Yira. A melech is also one of the things that a melech is that you have to be scared for him. So there's a melech and the Beis HaMikdash, and you're standing, you're talking, and now they have to know it's not good enough. You have to stand, ge'ein v'yireh, like the day was when my Torah. Jetzt sagt er nach einem Stunde gesagt. Afilu Chachomim Gedoylem. He was just started with Geirim. The Geirim, versteht ihr was berät? Okay, sagt man say, you gotta don't figure out yet what they're gonna do. They don't understand what's going on, they have to be scared, they have to stay like you do it. Chachomim Gedoylem. The biggest Chachomim Tabir Chachom. The biggest Tabir Chachom is standing there next to the gate that's in the sitting very mixed out. I don't say they had a head table. Everybody's there together. Yoidim kol ha-Torah kulach, Chachom that are Yoidim kol ha-Torah kulach. Hayovim nishmoya, v'kavon ha-Gedoy li-Yisrael. They have to have more, station else. The Chachom Gedoylim, Yoidim kol ha-Torah. What's the melech? It doesn't say that he said in Torah Shemot Peh. So now a question, Chalal says what he did, he did Mishnah Torah, Kriyas HaTorah, Mishnah Torah, different parts of the Torah. So the Chachomim, the Norah Torah, that are listed with Kavonah Gedoyle Yisera, it's an extra special Kavonah. And it says another person, Mish Eni Yochel L'Shmoya, there's another, what about someone who came here, they have places back, didn't have microphones, they didn't hear. So what are they supposed to be doing there, sitting around? They have to also l'shmoya, also try to live. No, any yoch l'shmoya, mechaven libo l'shriyazu, l'kva toy akosav el chazik daso enes, v'yira atzmo, a person that you're getting now a chizik daso enes. How should you do it? You should think right now that right now you're getting it to v'yira atzmo, kilo atom mistav the Piyad Gvura Shmo is hearing the Eibishter talking the Torah, Sha'amelech Shaliachu Lashmiya Divrei Hakhel. The Melech is not just reading, not just an Torah. He's a Shliach from Hakhel. Hakhel, the Rambam says, very basically, the Torah is the highest, the Rebbe says he's not to have a year for Hakhel. That's the first of the Shemus of the Eibishter, and it's sure that has to give Madrege. So the Melech is reading here and he's saying Divrei Hakhel, and everybody's supposed to stand, and if you're Chacham, supposed to even more stand. What do you look? What's going on? What is he going to get here? You see, for the Rambam, as a dot, he's not speaking here about the words, the physical words. They're speaking over here that the Melech is a Shliach Hakhel, is giving along a Gilui L'chutz, a Hegesh Eliki, like Yidden felt whatever they had on their own, the Yira and the Eime of the Yirish was getting together for the Melech, for Beis HaMikdash, es kommt nicht, it's altogether not what a Yid gets by this Maimed of Hakhel, because is the Melech is giving over Getlichkeit. He's not just giving Chumash. He's giving the Chumash, you should hear these parashas from Mishnah Torah, the Eibishter, and he feel the Eibishter. Like the Piyad Gvura, like they Matan Torah. Comes out that the Inyan of a Hakhel is the Inyan for not just know about Torah, to learn it and to that all. And the Herren Getlichkeit. Das ist in the Kudah. The Hakhel gives a Yisrael can have at the Herring Getlichkeit, which here there was a question of discuss. What's with them all the aim of the Yire? But what's the Yire here? Getlichkeit is Yire, what do you need Yire? So many, there's Yire for the Melech. A Yire will be Sabiklish, and the Yire aim of the Yire came shit in the Sinai. And still, when the Melech is giving, he's giving such a Madre giving Yire, that's going to last for a whole year. It's going to last for the Taf, for the name, Ashaliyodu. What's it does? So, it says in Siddur, the old Siddurim, and the old Tulis Hashem Siddurim, there's a Tikka Chatzoris. Before Tikka Chatzoris, there's a mime of the Alter Rebbe. It looks like it's the Loshen Alter Rebbe like Tan. It says, Shemad in the Moiri, and it speaks about over there different levels in Yireh. It says there's a Yireh that comes from because you see from the Oilams. It is bonus for Oilams. You see what they used to work, Gadlus Hashem. There's a higher Yireh that's called Yireh Law, that you have a Yireh from what the Eivish Talon is. You have a feeling what the Eivish Talon is. That's all Yireh Tatorah. That's the thing that a person gets out of himself. He works it, someone start off with Kabbalah Sord, you start off with this Yireh, another Yireh, but it's everything you get on your own. But then there is a Yireh Law, there's a Matonim L'mayl. That's come not, that's, it says, it's Be'ein HaRosh, the only Yireh that you could have on your own. That's a Matonim L'mayl. And so this is a Yireh that you see that had a feeling of Malchus Batzilus. I'd start on your own, you get Malchus Batzilus, you get voices, you get on a high level, not the Malchus Batzilus. The Yireh Law you get is a Madrig Batzilus alone. It explains there that the Bittul and Yireh and Gilur Likus the same thing. Gilur Malchus Batzilus, the Rebbe is the Megal. So what are you going to see? You're going to see. What are you going to see? Mr. Haben Bittel to the Babish. The Gilum of the Babish is that you feel the Babish in the back to him. So this Yireh, it really means, doesn't mean you just have a Yireh. It means that you should feel Getterkeit in a way, the awesomeness and the unlimitedness of the Babish. That's the Gilui. That's a Matonim L'mayl. That's what it seems like. That's the Gilui. What the Melech gives, because it's a Shliach HaKel, that he gives by heart. Now this Indian, so you look at the Siddur, look at the Rambam, look inside, look at the Siddur, you'll see what he says. This is the Vetashayl, so that's something that only was there. Then you could get it. You lost. Nice is first of all, you versteht, that that's a Rebbe's Psidis, that's what a Rebbe's for, that's a Rebbe's Psidis in the Sinai. I want to tell you 2 points, very interesting. In the Rishimis it says, the Rebbe Rashab said, one liner. Koinim v'oam kishoy yeshoymim sheim am farish process the figure is koinim v'oam kishoy yeshoymim kishoy nicht alle haben the head. Just by being there doesn't mean that you got it. You could hear the Kohen could stand around next door to the Kohen Gadol and hear him talking, but what he's saying, what he's really saying, nicht alle haben the Herr. Hein, given eight the Herr. That's what the Rebbe Shab said. In other words, it's not the time and space. It could be in the Beis HaMikdash, in the Shvis, it could be away from the Beis HaMikdash, and if you want and you tune in to the right station, you could feel that also. Tanya, I'll give an example. Tanya in Gerza Kodesh Chav Zayin, it speaks about stalkers of the Gerza Kodesh is speaking about how the Mekablim who once listened to him and heard his Talmudim, how they could still, even after his Estalkus, they could still continue getting this Ashpon, even stronger. Then to the last few words there, so it is. Oid yesh Ashpon, Melias Nishmosa, he speaks about the first is the Neshama goes out of Gan Eden, and from Gan Eden is Mashpia part. Then he says that Oid yesh Ha'olel Talmido, which ain't mislabish with Tech Moichem Mamish Gobusharina, Rak Mir Malmai, whoa, what can Aliyah? Melias Nishmosa and Ter Choisrei, Daniel Hakhel Tapul Kadishi. You ever heard of when you ever heard of Hakhel Tapul Kadishi? You know, say Friday night, or it's does Hakhel Tapul Kadishi. What's the holy apple? So what is that? That's Malchus Datzilis. Comes again, it says over here that the Shama of the Tzaddik, till now before he said the Shama was a Gan Eden. We don't know the Gan Eden and Datzilis. Maybe those are some Achmok, but it's a Reinkriegen, but Chalal Gan Eden is Gan Eden, then Mabriya, and Yitzir. Now he says the Neshama of the Tzaddik is another part of it. There's a part of him that goes to Gan Eden. There's another part of him that is oil to Hakhel Tapul Kadishi. That's Datzilis. And from there, Sovet for them Aloas Mamikum Maizer the Hosra of Doshkirom Lenai. And from there, listen what it says. Then Sovet Yeres Elei Eilyonim Eil Me'iro al kol Talmido Shenasu Oivdei Hashem al Dei Torosei Vavidos. Anyone who became Oivdei Hashem learning this Tzaddik's Torah, this Avidosa, so these people, that says in Ladies Rabbein, those speak the people who never saw him in the first place, not those that was original Talmidim. But anybody who is learning Torosei Vavidosa, so Machnes is believed on a whole tshuva ma'asim tovim, and I love him from this hour. That's what happened. Talmidim that be learning his Torah, they are going in his der and avodah, so they must be very good. Yeah. So the so the tzaddik for the update from ways from Malchus Datzilis is giving a whole tshuva. What did you give a whole tshuva? The Mishnah. The Rosem of it is a fine mensch. But so he's still there plenty to get. And the tzaddik get from dort and help that he should be able to get over here to get a hidden tshuva. So what's going over here? This gate, this heads, and underwear. Like Rabbi Rajik said, we put the book on Kabbalah sword. That's the whole Kude, Torah, Sachsidus, Chabad, is they don't have the hair in Getland. A Geschmack in Yiddishkeit, a Geschmack in his own being, to understand what, as a Yid, his Torah misses, that even though Kavayochel was Melech Vach is not enough to say this, only Malchus, that's Esovohu, and he cares for you, giving you a chance to do mitzvahs. That's what Chabad is about. Geschmack in Yiddishkeit to get. This is another Nekuda here. After the whole discussion, because Hakhel vet a yire, megite a yire. So what if we go dancing afterwards? So what will I go? No more Christmas by shave. Everybody got to go away, trembling, got this whole yire. It's a millisecond by shave. What did you cancel some shave that year? Now the Rebbe says in the same manner that after you get the Yirei law, so just like a maton and momaylo, you got this Yirei law. After you get a Avarabbe, and this Avarabbe, you'll serve Hashem and the Avarabbe. The Kunde is after this Yirei is a mensch. Oh my hot, the herring getter guy, then you could deem. You have a bittel, has bittel. It's not the mice. That's the side is bittles of the Meibesh. Once you have that, so then first you get to be zoyre, to be magish, Avas Hashem, Ava Amitis, to serve Hashem the way it's supposed to be. I want to add on another, because really I want to speak about something else. I don't know what time it is. But I want to go on my own. Not everybody knows the Sikh. You look in the Sikh, Shavuos, Tafshi Ches. Rebbe over there asks, known that the Alter Rebbe said Kaddish and Shavuos because it's the Alter Rebbe, it's the Baal Shem Tov Yotze. He's a talent from the Magi. Was my Shaykh is to the Baal Shem Tov. It was the Talmud saying Kaddish for Baal Shem Tov. So he explains there's a difference between Nigel and Yonexibus. Maimon was speaking that there's Amshachas Ha'etzem. There's Amshachas Ha'etzem how it comes in the Behelem and something. And Amshachas Ha'etzem where it comes to deal with both. Everything is Chelik Min Ha'etzem. There's a Chelik in which one there's a Chelik that Etzem comes in the way of Behelem, and the Chelik where Etzem comes to deal with. The Rebbe says that's the difference between learning Nigle and learning Chassidus. Learning Nigle, only you want to know the Svara that's being taught. You don't have the need through that to be Mekusha to the Bala memory. You want to learn this, you want to know the Svara. Mashenk, you learn Chassidus. Chassidus is Pnimis HaTorah. She's Chatchila Bigolui, a way of you look at the Sikha and not until it's Menachem, but look in the Yiddish Sikha the way it originally was. You know, that is in a way, the whole idea is Bittul and Skashka to the Rebbe. Why are you learning the Maimah? Because you want, that's a way to have a deeper Skashka to the Rebbe, what the Rebbe is giving you, which is Amshachas Ha'etzem, which is come to whether the Rebbe got the Baal Shem Tov to the Magid, it's the same Baal Shem Tov, the same the Magid, it's about how Man and Mokim is the same. It's the same thing as before. And the whole idea is that Shabbos have the etzem of Torah, Yitzchak Hebet of the etzem of Chassidus. And if you learn Chassidus the way you should be, you should look for this, to look for the bittul discussions to the etzem that's being given over through the Mamorim and the Sikhs of the Rebbe. That's what the Rebbe is. Gem macht them Hakhel. This is the Hakhel. The Rebbe is gave and gives. Maybe he's over here is a Kaltabon condition, wherever it's not speaking, he's giving addresses. The Torah, that's what he is. That's what he's doing. And giving us, if we're looking for, the whole point is just like they were here by Hakhel. You understand? People have to be, even they're not looking to hear, they know they can't hear the words, they can't hear. And the Chacham will also have a kavon, I want to get this, I'm looking for something. I'm getting Matan Torah, I'm getting it. Hashem is broken to me. You look in such a way, then you zoiche, then it was by Hakhel. Here comes out that when you learn a Ma'ariv of the Rebbe, if you learn it the right way, you could. It's the same idea. Whether it's getting this, this is Schalkus versteht sich, it's a difference. How much you get, the level that you're getting. At the head, in the emes von Göttlichkeit, das geht Rebbe, und das kommt durch Achone, how you say it in English. Again, I mean, you come to real stuff, you talk to Yiddish. The idea is, this is serious stuff. You speak the older book. I'm myself of late. I'll just tell one important thing. My chayes is learning Shayuch D'Remunah. I want you to know, a lot of people make a mistake in the whole Geboy of Tanya and the whole Shayuch D'Remunah. One thing you have to know is, Shayuch D'Remunah alone is not mentioned by the Hashem. There's only one line, maybe in Perek Yud. Don't say something to your missus, something gewesen a maiden of this. That's when you're supposed to be Yerushalayim. Was ben Shayit? So the story is like this. There's Hagdome to Shayir V'Emunah, it's called Chanoich Lanav. Comes out that this Hagdome is not only Hagdome for the Rebbe says Shayir V'Emunah originally that the Rebbe wanted it should be before the first Chelik of Tanya. In the Chanoich Lanav, then if it's Hagdome for Shayir V'Emunah, it's Hagdome for the whole Tanya. In Magduri Kame, the Chanoich Lanav was the first page of Shayir V'Emunah. What does it say Chanoich Lanav? Chanoich Lanav, it says a Yid can't be a form of Yid without Ariyah. And he says that even a Nar, and the way the Rebbe brings it out, different than the Rebbe Luparic. The Rebbe says it means a 16-year-old child, Bocher, could have, the Torah says, V'ahavta es Hashem lekach. The mitzvahs say, Tev Ahavas Hashem. And you thought that this is such a thing that it belongs to Alte Yidden, already over bottle, and it's not me, someone else. And there's a mitzvah, it's a mitzvah says, it says, the Alter Rebbe says, it can't be, a mitzvah should be given only to those who have Avtanubi. And then so on, and then everybody not. You have to be Mekayim Avos Hashem. It's a mitzvah. You have to, every day you have Mekayim Avos Hashem. What are you doing about it? And it can't be a Klala Yerushalayim with Avos Hashem. But Avos Hashem is a bit on its own. So the Alter Rebbe says there's few Avos Yiddicks like small bonus that this could be either you even some as a beginner Avos Hashem. Then he says a few words. But Reishis Advarim HaMa'oirim is a Munah Torah and a Manor B'Yichud V'Achdus Yisrael. With all this, I'm telling you, you could get it very easy. You be burning. I'm telling you, you can't do anywhere without the Munah Torah B'Yichud V'Achdus Yisrael. You gotta know what I'm going to teach now. Sha'yirut Ve'emunah. Sha'yirut Ve'emunah is a Hagdome that you should get out of here. It's a whole, without learning Sha'yirut Ve'emunah, the way the Rebbe explains it, the Rebbe says these words, Reishis Advarim HaMa'oirim means anytime you sit down to think seeds, anytime you start thinking, I want to be in this oirer, whether it's even if you want to get a yira, you get an ari, but you want to get in this oirer. Where the Rebbe? You have to, you want to have a who you have it to. It's not tangible. What is it? What is it? 2 and 2 is 4. You have an avid or such a thing. The Metzias, the Kodesh Baruch Hu, the Metzias Hamiti, the awesomeness and truth, and non-limited being of Hashem Yisborach, and that's the beginner. That's the start of. That's without that, you're never going to get it. You have this Reishis Advar on any service. This is no joke. The Alter Rebbe says, unless you're going to know what I'm telling you now, in Sha'yirut Ve'emunah, you're never going to be able to have any service because you don't have who you're interested in. You have no feeling. The Herr the Getterkeit. Du the Herr nicht Getterkeit. You don't even try. You didn't work on it. Sha'yirut Ve'emunah is not something that is bonus. It's the idea, it's learning first, figuring it out. Figure it all out. His bonus is later. You have to know, once you know some feeling about Yichud V'Achdus Yisrael, then you say this HaKadosh Baruch Hu, was Yochi, was Echad, Achdus Pshuta, it's Hashem Yisrael, give me a mitzvah, Hashem Yisrael, cares for me, has Rachmanas on me. But you have to know who you're talking about. Without Shayach L'Mun, you don't know about it. Eastern Likud and Sha'yirut Ve'emunah alone, this is a big, very important. Many people will go and say, what's Sha'yirut Ve'emunah? You know, in the Facebook pocket, Sha'yirut Ve'emunah is for say, Melt the Godish. That's what we gotta go, we gotta know what's the stuff. Not the Rebbe, the Melt the Godish. It's the hate. Sha'yirut Ve'emunah is that to say, what's a Yefera, not what's a Nishfera. Not the Nishfera, you go in other places. Here is what it says, where is the Rebbe? Verwenden als a bottle. You should feel, it should be by you, your daiter. What, the male tater, when we get to your daiter, then you can be Shabbat Shalom. What does he want to say? A very interesting thing. The Kud of Sha'yirut Ve'emunah is to understand Iyu Chayoy Gameichad. That's the Kud of Sha'yirut. A vibe of the Kikul Achad, but in the way of acts Pshuta. This first, how you could get from Oilim is how to understand it. And then he goes even that the sphere so you're in the side and the how they may yuchat. It's the other half of Sha'yirut Ve'emunah. But I give you a word. Now everybody knows that the creation of the word is Kol Yochel. The Kol Yochel can't be Yeshviyayin, it's Kol Yochel, right? In Sha'yirut Ve'emunah, the Kol Yochel is not a Kol Yochel. Kol Yochel is not creating the world, but the Hashem is a Godel. The Godel is like beautiful. Kol Yochel is that David is hiding himself. Not that Kol Yochel is that he created the world. How come he could? There's no way we have no existence of that. Hashem is not the only being. How is it possible that you don't even know about it? How is it possible to be a yesh? the Kol Yochel of the Eibishter, that he's still around, and they have him, he's still all over as before, the citizens that he is all over, he's involved in the pellet girdle that he cares about all the details, he's the only one who makes all the details, he wants them to be, with all his might. So how come I don't feel it? Koyach HaKol Yochel of the Eibishter makes you shouldn't feel it. Now, at the same time, he's making a noydik pellet. They should be around. At the same time, and without that koyach unbelievable neighbors, there's no way how he can be around. Can't give you a little bit of him. His whole head is busy with. So he's there with all his might. So he should be manash. He's hiding himself. He's hide his own hide with all his might. Mistake Kol Yochel. No, at the same time, he's making you. He's the only. Your whole being is only from constantly. His whole him is making you be and interested in you. And same time, the Kol Yochel is hiding himself. So that's a if you realize that you've got to understand that there's something here that only a woman could tell you. In other words, I see for a fact that my being is a pellet, but I don't understand how it's done. That's the emunah. The emunah is that I don't understand how his koiches work together. We don't understand it all together. But the seichel is to understand that the ideas I see is that's not possible. Our existence should be without such a doing it. So that's the Amunah Torah. We could have is both Achtus Pshuta and so on. And after that you say Azare Boynishum, and he wants me to say before Shmoy, he cares what I say before Shmoy and not. I can appreciate it. Have an that even means so much he cares for me. So that's the Buddha that in order to get this Ein that's what Hakhel is, the Rebbe get, was the Herring get on that. The Hakhel given us. It's available. By the time this Abig never said there was only one day, now it's the whole year, you can always get it. Just have to look for it. If you look for it, tuned in it, Kevin Amel Heaven Epis. Can't say, oh, there's no way how to say check your pulse, or you got it, you didn't get it. You feel yourself, you got it, you got it. If you got it, you think that you look, you got it. Without looking for it, you're not going to get it for sure. If you try, you're able to help them. That's all happens. It's a time. It's not miyuchet. I'm a kenyekri. Able to help them is all. Able to the Rebbe says in Tanakh they made a Hakhel, Ezra made a Hakhel. Not at that day, not at time. It doesn't have to be only. You can tomorrow be a Hakhel. The Rebbe come and make a Hakhel from the soft side leadership service. This give dich, you will never have the good stay you go on. Amen.
Thank you, Rabbi Garari. A big mazel tov for the upcoming chasna from the Hips and 70 Bachrim. Meisha is coming to speak. Big simcha. I want to remind everyone that if you have cash on you, make sure you give it to Tom Monty Hertz. Help cover the cost of tonight's event. If you don't happen to have cash on you, there's other ways of paying. Being that tomorrow we have Storming Simon Rambam, so B'nai Yosef, obviously everyone participating in the Simon Rambam Merkazi in 770, just a few doors down. We're going to ask one of the Bachim 770 here to make a brief siyum here as well. Then put in Hakhel, and I'll take the Kabbalah has to do with Hakhel. Tom Mendel Learner, please. Let's see, what is going Panach?
Allah khayr alif ashur shamar kabon shom tsayr ze online ro yam tsayr ani ay ze maybe a yodi carbon exhaustion kem carbon exhaustion share ya da ned ma sages vani shamar kabon shom tsayr ze online ay am tsayr ashur ay ze maybe a yodi carbon exhaustion share ze ani do anay de khaye be carbon is ashur tomorrow per kalif Allah khalif ko name like I call him over him, she yamish never that family over they say, Alpha Beach, but after my set. In Piash more lam du shkom is as leisa Hashem ma meise einleken ola. Chutz bin nishpom. Ein mer makalos chavede b'shem. Moish lam neil yefshe shiyeh ben meise klav leiken ola. Lam leiken ola tmura, but idav shbo nita glasei. Sheinem ba v'omer yamer bayu smurase yeh koidesh. Ufnei sheyesh ba asei shnei lavin v'oi. She'en lav shebashav ala asei. She'atzir v'ashutafin. Ein oisin tmura im himiru. Afa bishen guzar shlei yamiru. Im tseisa oimer shayachin she'emer ali karei tmura koidesh. Afilu ein meir b'shabos. like our boy. Ve'echan men shetofin shehemer, im shehemer bekarmen kamen is tzibur hayol v'yeshkor v'hoyol v'yeshlek v'im shutzav shetofis reiz aloike ve'ein atzmura kodesh. Before those things on Mal Haaretz, it was announced last in Lamamalki. While didn't end up happening because various things come up in 770 every night. People are off the Kol Simchas. But while Mitzvah Hashem this Monday night 9:30 after Seder. There's going to be an Osifa in the Zal upstairs. Osifa 770 Bachim, English speaking 770 Bachim, about the Inyanim of Hakhel. The Osifa is going to work the same way, at least I understood the Osifa for Yidal Nissan worked last year. Open stender, open mic, everyone should say their ideas, whatever it is. And just to add, it doesn't necessarily have to be something which is, we're making a Hakhel for the entire 770 Lamalka. It doesn't have to be another Hakhel something for the entire 770. The Nakuda that Asifa is just to be more everyone in the Egena also could be also Alta Klal. But also in the Egena points of Hakhel, if people have ideas to more the Bachim, whether it's to do a Hakhel in Yitzhayim, whether it's to do a Hakhel in Bishpacha, whether it's to bring a 3.5 foot Chatzesa to every Fabringin, whatever it is, but the Nakuda that Asifa is to be more one another in ideas, how everyone can be Ma'asav Sinai and Klali and Sinai and Prati. And in the Yom of Hakhel, like at 9:30, Monday night with Hashem in the upstairs on 770. And the good is that everyone should think of what they have to say. Obviously, with Tasbara, practical ideas. The full. The Ekel, so I have a soul time to be my letters. There's a mail. It has to be shown Mizechet. Be Bachel the way the Rebbe wants. And Mizechet give the Rebbe Nachas. And honestly, the quality is God. And the Rebbe take up my mamish. Happy birthday.
Knock it off.